It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of gum.
All right. If Duke's here, I suppose I have to get off my butt and actually do this thing. You know, Apogee was tweeting about this today. Apparently, Duke Nukem is 30 years old today, ladies and gentlemen. I think I read, is that right? Or Duke Nukem 3D? I gotta go find that tweet. Hang on a minute. I'm gonna look this up because I replogged it this morning. This is I know you can't see me. I haven't hit the button yet. Hakuna Yatatas. Okay. Nah, they don't give you a... Yeah, okay. So apparently, I think we're a few years off the 30th anniversary, but it's something along those lines. All right. So if I do that button... Hi, guys. I'm not dead. I'm not. You probably thought I was. Reasonable assumption. Haven't really posted much on YouTube. Haven't streamed since before Christmas. Reasonable assumption. But we're here now. Hi, I'm not dead. Happy New Year, I guess, and all of that jazz. I hope you guys are doing well. It has been a busy 4 or 5 weeks in SeaRaptor. We went to Georgia and back for Christmas. We got back. I did some stuff. We went on a cruise for my, in between our anniversary and my birthday. I had my 25th wedding anniversary. That was great. So, and I was supposed to start streaming again last weekend. I've actually tried to sit down and stream boats a couple of times this month, and I have not been able to bring myself to do it. Supposed to stream some Unlimited last weekend, but then we had a deep freeze and snow and ice and everything, and you couldn't, like, where I needed to drive to Dallas. Well, Dallas is 4 hours north of here. We were fine, but if I had driven to Dallas on Friday, last Friday, like I had planned, I would have driven up there. I would have set up all of my gear in the shop. The shop would have possibly opened on Saturday. Nobody would have shown up because it would have been impossible to get there. I would have torn down my stuff, loaded it into the car, and tried to get home on Saturday and failed. And would have been stuck in North Texas somewhere since, like, it would have been Tuesday before I got home, probably, right? It would have been a mess. Now, Meat Pie, I was 22. I was 5 days shy of my 23rd birthday when I got married. So you can work out how old I am. I just turned 48. Oh, 4BF, people here... Well, okay, so there's a difference between cold weather and cold precipitation. Cold weather, Houston gets cold weather, and I tell people this all the time, 3 or 4 times a year we get good cold snaps, right? Gets below freezing a couple of nights, right, whatever. That's normal. It's unusual for us to get ice, snow, sleet, and when that happens, this place goes friggin' bananas. Absolutely friggin' bananas. So yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. But blessedly, we did not have any of that shenanigans here this far south. This close to the ocean, it just never materialized. The freezing line didn't get close enough to us. We had a lot of rain. It got very cold. We had a couple of nights in the 20s. Again, this is normal for Houston. It is very, very typical to have, you know, like I said, 3 to 4 good Arctic cold snaps every winter where you turn the heat on and wrap your pipes and maybe light your fireplace. This is like the one place in the world where they put a fireplace in every house and they just, like, never get used. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Tarantul, thank you for the bits. Black Duke, thank you for the resub. Welcome in, everybody. Well, guys, I have to try and reteach myself how to play boats. Now, earlier in the month, I was able, blessedly, to get, hang on, it's turned off, there we go, to get, a video made for Adriatico. Learn to Play Adriatico finally went up because I finally had a game that I was like, hey, this game didn't suck. The problem is, I had a game that I was going to use for Regulo, and I still might. But I've continued to play Regulo, thinking, well, can I get a better game? Wow. The teams I've seen, the games I have suffered through, trying to have a decent game in Attilio Regulo, absolutely, I was losing the will to live. It was bad. I have not even loaded boats in probably a week. Right? This time last week, I spent some time on Sunday, I think, actually. Was it Sunday? Saturday or Sunday. We had the cold weather. I couldn't travel to Dallas. I was like, you know what? I'm going to have a nice weekend at home and work on some videos. I'm going to go learn to play Attilio Regalo. I know. I sat down, and I think after... I had a couple of wins. They weren't great wins, but they were wins. But I think I played 8 or 9 games. I think at one point I had like a 5-game losing streak because, as is typical in boats, you're playing high tier, and your battleships are like, we're going to chill in the spawn area. Well, you're a dead man as a destroyer. Because I had Minotaurs running over me. Minotaurs swanning around in cap circles like they owned the place. And I'm looking at these battleships behind me going, that guy will explode like a balloon if you just shoot at him. And it was mind-blowing. I sat down, right? Tonight, I sat down to stream. And I had told Ginger, look, I'm going to go upstairs and run a count. I'm going to stream. She's like, okay, great, good, have a great time. I sat down. I go on my Discord, right? And I tweet out everybody, say, hey, it's time. I'm going to play some boats. It's time, first stream of 2026. Literally, she sees that notification. She gets the ping. She sees, and she PMs me directly, my wife. And she goes, are you sure that's a good idea? And I was like, some big friggin' help you are. And she's like, I'm just being a realist over here. Damn right I'm taking your name in vain. I was like, mother, really? Oh, man. Taranthal, I was thinking about Civ 6 the other day. Chaser, I'm with you, buddy. I'm on the verge. If I haven't already, it's coming. I've been trying to think through what my streaming plan strategy for the year is going to be, right? Up through mostly the end of like 24, I was doing 2 nights a week. And then last year I kind of cut back and really only did 1 night a week for a while. I did 2 nights a week for a while, and then towards the end of the year, even that kind of fell off, and I was doing maybe 3 nights a month, maybe like on a good month. And then I got my little when you make money from Twitch, they send you a 1099, right? I got a little 1099 from Twitch, and I was like, that was half as much as I made the year before because I streamed half as much. Imagine that. So I'm realizing I've cut back a little too far, I think. And I miss it, but I'm gonna stick to boats being a kind of low key sort of thing. Titan, thank you for the resub. Sleeve, man, that's my wife. I don't need you to agree with her, okay? She already outranks me and outnumbers me in this house. I don't need that. I don't need that noise right now. So I need to start figuring out what else I'm going to do. I'm going to get serious, finally, about figuring out what it is that my machine hates about trying to stream MechWarrior 5. And God help me, 4BF, I'm thinking about actually streaming Mech Arena again. I don't know that I can do it, though. Because when I play Mech Arena, my wife will tell you this, I become a raging ass. I sit here and curse at the screen because their matchmaking is so bad. So awful. Guys, let me tell you something. If you think the matchmaking you've ever gotten in World of Warships is terrible, do not ever play Mech Arena by Plarium. They will crap all over you. They will take your, I'm going to use a Warships analogy. They'll take your tier 5 ship and put you in a tier 10 game to try to get you to spend money. Swear to God, it's part of their marketing strategy. It is infuriating. And I love the game, and the gameplay is fun, and blowing up mechs is cool, but oh my God, their matchmaking just makes me want to punch babies. And I know they do it on purpose. I know they do. But yeah, I saw Chaser. I haven't played the new Wolf campaign. I really need to give that a shot, and I want to, but I want to do that one on camera. I really want to do Tukayed, excuse me. After 35 years, we finally know how to pronounce it. I want to do that on camera. So I'm thinking about, I need to sit down and figure that out. I was thinking about getting back to Civ. Zath, I don't know if you guys have caught Zath or if he's talked about this on stream. I pinged him at one point, or he pinged me. He goes, hey, I finally bought Civ 7. I said, it isn't any good. He was like, it's kind of not ready yet. I don't think I would. And I was like, oh, man. So I might just go back to Civ 6. And just play some more Civ. Like, even if it's not multiplayer, I just like Civ 6. There's still so many achievements and Civs I've never explored in that game. It's still a good game. The same way 5 is still a good game. Yeah, see, Tarantel's like 7. And I was reading somebody's criticism today over, I think it might have been Reddit. They're talking about 7. Like, they were like, I finally broke down and bought it. And they were talking about it and basically said, there are certain aspects of it that they really like and certain aspects of it that feel still half-finished. And I think, you know, and Zath has talked about this before, Civilization is one of those games that very frequently you have to wait for them to put out an expansion or sometimes 2 before the game really kind of comes into its own, right? But up until then, it's super mediocre. And I get the impression from what I've read and talking to people, talking to other Civ fans, that they feel like 7 is still kind of in that spot. Oh, goody. Am I going to get the goofy bug where the game loads without me? Looks like it. Love it when this happens. There we go. The Jags campaign... So, Chaser, I enjoyed the Jaguar campaign up until probably the last 15% of it. I won't spoil the story for you if you haven't played it. But holy crap, there were some story decisions in the Smoke Jag campaign that I just rolled my eyes at and went, really? Really? Are we serious? But the Ghost Bears campaign was so good. I thought that story was really well told. And so I really want to play the Wolf campaign. It looks very, very good. So, Tarantel, I've heard them say they're trying to get away from that whole age thing and let you keep the same Civ and all that stuff. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to let them get to that point, right? Yeah, this is not bad matchmaking for me, right? I've only got the one radar. The other destroyers are not massive threats to me. Even the Salmon is not a massive threat to me. Like, I can run that guy down possibly if I have to. The Uganda is behind me. He's not going to be major help. I don't have any radar on this flank. It's just me and it's me, the Sharn, and the Uganda. But the submarine is on the other flank. So it's going to be a question of which destroyer is across from me. Probably the Benham. Usually it's the set. If the Jupiter's over there, it's going to put the Mahan over there. We'll see. We'll know momentarily. Of course I'm talking Battletech. I've been a Battletech player since 1994. I'm gonna send... I'm betting... I don't even know what a Chios is, but here, have a rack of torpedoes, because I can. Because they don't do me any good sitting in the tubes. My money says that the Benham is here, and he's on the flank somewhere. What's up, Courages? Yep, there's the Benham. Well, the Uganda's going to die because he's dumb. The interesting thing is I think I can probably push up and bag this Benham. He doesn't seem to have any friends. Or he doesn't have many friends. I'm not RPF'd, so he doesn't necessarily know where to blind fire his torps. I do have to at least be cautious. His port side launchers are done. His starboard side launchers should be available. But I should be able to push him a little aggressively right now. Oh, it is the Mahan. That is a surprise. Take a rack. Now, the Mahan would have already fired 2 racks. So, because we saw 2 racks go by, which means that he then only has 1 rack available. I don't know which rack, but his centerline rack would have been one of them. I think our Chios here is going to take some torpedoes. Looks like he's going to take 2.
Time to put on the beer goggles. Damn, desert road, no gas, and no chicks. I'm gonna feel that one in the morning. Much better.
Alright, so we landed some good damage. We took a little more damage there than we should have, but that's my fault. Yeah, I was going to say, that's going to be a rack of the Mahan Torps. He's not stupid. Okay, we need to kill this Cleveland. We desperately need to kill this Cleveland. Can you guys kill this guy for me, please? And then I can go cap mid. He has really effed up by sitting where he is, and I would love to make him punish him for it. I need him to not realize that I'm inside his radar bubble. Ooh, hold on. Alright, let's get moving again. Cleveland bought it. Cleveland bought it. Life feels good. I'm getting pushed by the cruiser. Time to use my smoke and extract myself from this situation. Y'all should really work on killing this guy for me, please. You'd make me super happy. Okay, so the Mahan has moved up with him. The Mahan is trying to do the trick that I did to him. They know they beat me up pretty good. So what I need to do is get over here behind some hard cover where that will not matter. I think I'm going to get this stupid Chios. Hey, what up, my dude? Yep, Chios is out. So, shouldn't make predictable moves, my friend. This Flint irritates me by running away. We're only down a ship. I'm trying to preserve my health here. The Mahan has more HP than I do right now because his heavy cruiser buddy beat me up. This Flint could easily ruin this engagement for this Mahan. Mahan's not going to smoke up. Is he now? So he is. Well, I have just the thing for him. Oh, the leaderboards. Okay, yeah, I gotta figure. I read the whole thing about the leaderboard and was like, I don't even really know what that is. Okay, good. Did they kill? No, they didn't kill that Asturias. He's still swanning around over there somewhere. Oh, he's running away. Okay. All right, I'm going to continue to play this flank, although we are in real... Okay, the Mahan's leaving. So what I have to hope now is that the Scharnhorst is dumb enough to wander into those, and he's not. He's turning the other way. Okay. Scharnhorst is going to die, and I'm out of torpedoes. This makes me sad, but it is what it is. For now, I'm going to sit out here and keep spotting for this Flint, but I don't think that's going to do too many amazing things for me. Gotta wait for my torps to come back to be useful in this battle. My other destroyers are all dead, and the submarine. Scharnhorst will be dead soon. So literally a flank that we could have easily crushed. My team played like just absolute morons, and here we are. Sounds like fun. If they'll kill this Scharnhorst, I have a really good chance of taking a gunfight with this Mahan. He's down under 4,000 HP now. Okay, Scharnhorst is turning in, which means I'm going to have to leave him with some metal fishes. I think those are all going to miss. Yeah, I needed to lead those better. I'm going to... Yep, I read those islands incorrectly. Those are all going to get slammed into the island. But I got to get moving or he's going to spot me here in a minute. So let's turn to starboard. Yeah, I know, Mad Hatter. I know. I mean, I've known that for years, but dear God, does it feel like it's gotten worse lately. Yep, he dodged him by being smart. Now, the Asturias backed off very, very far. So what I need to do now is get up here and find this Mahan and punish him for existing. Yeah, he's coming back. I knew he would, too. Yep, Flint ran aground, so he's dumb and dead at the same time. Feels good, baby. Alright, well, so much for this game. This guy's going to have to turn. So we're going to leave him a rack here and here, just because I don't know what he's going to do. I'm expecting him to turn. I just don't know how quickly he's going to turn. Good, A is off. His stupid spotter plane is not going to be it. Okay, the Mahan is way back there off the cap. The Mahan is down here. So if I can sink this Asturias... Oh my God. I'm the last fucker alive in this game. These teams are so awful. Oh my God. Our Alaska has 3 kills. Nobody else even showed up. Just mind-blowing. I got one end of the Asturias. There he is. Okay, he's turning back this way. Let's try and get away from him here. Oh my God, they killed a ship! My lord, is that legal? Well, I'm gonna have to get into a gunfight with this Asturias at some point. Oh good, I'm the last guy alive. Well done, team. Well, screw it. We aren't gonna win. The rest of my team committed suicide. LOL, get wrecked.
Call me now for your free whipping.
You know, the interesting thing is, there is a small possibility I might be able to salvage this. I'm going to go get this cap. Some of it's going to depend on... Yeah, they're going to start capping more quick. Yeah, I know, he had hydro running still. There's also a reason that I staggered those launches, so he would have a harder time doing that. The submarine doesn't concern me necessarily. The Mahan sort of does. I can probably beat him at a gunfight. Can I beat him and the Benham and the Johan? Dicey, right? Before they outscore me, that's where it probably falls apart. It's not going to stop me from trying, but it seems unlikely that this will occur. Yeah, it's a cakewalk, Puddin'. We got this in the bag, baby.
This is a force to be reckoned with.
All right.
Pieces.
Now, I guarantee you he fired torps at me. So I'm going to go and flip the other way to try to avoid some of those. Okay. Let's finish this cap. I'm hedging my bets with the torpedoes because they don't do me any good in the tubes, so screw it, why not? But I have to go mid. The Johan is probably what's going to sink me. In the end, I can beat the Benham in a gunfight. and I outspot the salmon barely. But as soon as one of them spots me, the Johann can wipe me out in a single salvo. I'm going to have to get lucky with torps. Yeah, see, that is a massive problem. I'm going to have to get lucky with torps to pull this off, and it seems like that is not likely to occur.
Power on. Now it's time to kick some ass.
Hey, what up? See?
Much better.
So the salmon is still on the surface. This guy's got balls. Okay, hold on. I can outturn this thing, I think. Yeah. He's gonna try and get his stern tubes around on me. Yeah. The Benham's going to get me because he can just sit and smoke while his buddies hunt me, right? If it's just the Benham and the salmon, I have a chance at that engagement. But with the Johann there, I can't win that. That's really frustrating, too. That all my team had to do was kill a, like... I legit have no idea why I bother playing randoms. I just don't know. It feels like such a waste of my time and energy. I mean, I'm trying out here. I just wish the rest of my team would show up and try as well, as opposed to hit the battle button, smash their face on their keyboard, and then go back to port. The sub was not the problem there. The sub was not the problem. I could have killed that guy easy. The problem is that he's got 3 people still alive with him at the end of the game. Cockroaches, a well-played cockroach is irritating because he has more tools to survive than you do as a destroyer, right? But if it's you versus him in the late game, you hold a lot more cards in that engagement than he does. You're very maneuverable, you're low detection, you can usually spot each other on the surface. Very rarely does a submarine outspot a destroyer on the surface. It happens. There's some corner cases, like U-190. Right? But, like, in general, not much of a thing. But in any event, frustrating. Okay. Fletcher remains good, though. That was nice. All right, what have you guys got in here? You guys have... Okay, I've got cruisers on special still. I can live with that. I have not played much of anything lately. I'll play whatever. Nesbeck. All right, I have not played much of these goofy German cruiser things. I have a Nesbeck. Look at that. They spot you at periscope depth, but only at your aerial detection. Right? So they don't spot you at 5 kilometers at periscope depth. They spot you at 2.7 or something. And again, if they're at periscope depth, I can see them, especially if they're pinging me. None of these things bother me. It's like... When they have support, as in that engagement, it changes the rules, right? If they have a destroyer with smoke, well, yeah, that's irritating, because then he can hide and the sub can do what the sub is best at, which is spotting, right? This is the one thing that so many players haven't figured out yet. I'm going to take this Nesbitt request, because I haven't played this boat in months. They haven't figured out that submarines, the best way to get XP on a submarine is not to sink things and not to do damage, it's to spot for your team. You have so many amazing advantages when it comes to spotting. Pop-up spotting. Oh, suddenly people know where you are, or they just go submerge and go be somewhere else. Let's go be somewhere else. It's awesome. Gladius, that's become depressingly common. I have tier 10 games all the time, it feels like, where half my team doesn't break 500 XP. Why are you Why are you pushing the battle button? You don't know what end of the ship to point at the other team. You don't know enough. You don't know. You're just face rolling your keyboard and hoping something works. If you can't make 500 XP in a game, something went catastrophically wrong, which in a cruiser can happen. You can get dev struck early. I've been that guy, right? But like, if you live 10 minutes in a game of boats and you haven't made 500 XP, what are you doing? More importantly, what are you not doing? You need to be asking yourself these questions. What is it you're not doing? Because you're certainly not earning XP. So why are you not earning XP? And maybe figure that out. All right. I am a super heavy cruiser in a game with a Serov. I don't even know what this goofy Euro battle thing is. Florida Scharnhorst. So I'm getting interesting matchmaking because apparently the leaderboard being at tier 7 means that everybody's logged in at tier 7. So as I'm playing 8 and 9s, I'm getting interesting matchmaking. All right, I have to refresh myself for this boat. I have Hydro, a heal, 5 charges of damage control, depth charges out to 7. This is the manual secondary boat, right? Yeah, I can manually do secondaries. Yeah, but not very well. Okay. Got it. Got it, baby. All right. Pence's in center spawn. I'm going to run up north with this Nagato behind the Aki and see what I can do here. I have a feeling I'm going to be spending too much of my game hunting destroyers. If we can punch out their cruisers, that'll be a big win for us. Seabang, I have never played a submarine in an operation. I should try that sometime. Is it a good way to grind them out? Do you get extra at tier 7? You know, I don't know. Chaser, remind me after this game. I'm going to go look at the leaderboards thing and see if I can figure it out, because it is not obvious to me. But also, I haven't read patch notes, so I don't know. So the Nagato's plan is abandon the flaky spawns on. Huge fan of that. Our Ranger is driving around, doesn't even have planes up. You're an aircraft carrier. Maybe try flying some airplanes. Crazy, I know. Why are you playing a Ranger if you don't want to fly, if you don't want to put up planes? Well, hilariously, our submarine got a kill. Aha! Now that makes me happy. Oh, they have... Both of their subs are in this cap. Alright, well... I mean, sorry, both of their destroyers are in this cap. That is interesting. All of that, and I got one hit on the secondaries. Alright. Let's go be a turd to these guys. I'm gonna take my 5-kilometer hydro. I do have torpedoes. These are... 9.5 kilometers. Hey, that's kind of sexy. Okay. Oh, the Ranger figured out how to fly airplanes, guys. Look at that. We are 3.5 minutes in. He's got it figured out. Look at that. What's up, Susie? Life is pretty good. We just doing our thing. Aki's lit. This Huang He does not frighten me. The Scharnhorst probably should, but he kind of doesn't. because he's German and I know the accuracy of those guns. Oh, they have a sub... What do they have up here? Oh, hi. Oh, the lightning has pushed very deep. Now, this might have been a bad turn. Let's see how lucky the Scharnhorst gets. Not that lucky.
Now, this is a force to be reckoned with.
Much better.
Well, I'm going to get murdered for this, but at this exact instant, I don't care. I'm so pissed by how garbage my team is playing right now. Plus, I want to punish this Huang He, and I literally missed him, apparently. I don't even know how that's possible. But okay, sure. Oh, look, we finally found his citadel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm bored. This entire engagement bores me. Well, I got the lightning with my secondaries, while the rest of my team cowers in fear. Could you guys kill the Huang? Thank you. Awesome. I play a game like that, and I'm like, I don't know why I'm bothering. Like, everybody else pushed the battle button, but actually isn't interested in fighting. They're just busy running away. Like, what's the bother? Alright, Hipper. You know what I want to do? Ordinarily, I would go grab... Eugen, but let's play against type tonight. I don't think I want to play mines. Maybe I do? I've never been a particularly tremendous fan of mines. Let me see something real fast. No, that's fine. I'm thinking I might just play OG Hipper. I haven't done that in a while. I haven't done that in a long while. Let's just do it. Let's just play OG Hipper. Thanks for being here, Taters. Hatter, you and I are in the same boat, man. Like, it's just, it makes me sad. It makes me question why I still have the game installed on my PC. I don't have permanent camo for Hipper? That can't be right. Ugh. Ugh. Weeb camo or whatever this is. This is that Halloween stuff. Alright, well, let's just put some regular camo on it. That seems okay. Alright, let's just play regular Hipper. What are my fancy bonuses here? Better reload on consumables. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? This guy's a special commando. Why don't we just max him out? Yeah, I'll still have 3.3 million Commander XP. I think I can manage it. I'm thinking turret traverse and maybe survivability. What are my other options here? I've taken heavy AP, which is debatable, but I like it I like the skill on Hipper. Part of me wants to take AA defense, but the AA range on this ship really discourages me from investing into her AA bubble. No, you don't want that. Top grade gunner would not be a bad choice. Because my concealment is quite high, 11 and change. And I feel like my turret traverse turret traverse is back to 22.5. I mean, that's not bad. What do I run on Eugen? Probably don't run top grade gunner on Eugen. No, because I'm running superintendent on Eugen. I'm running priority target over here. I don't know why I'm doing that. That doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna have to look at that build later. Full torp build. No. What's up, Zoltan? It has been a hot minute. No, I would not run full torp build on a Hipper. Hip with 6-kilometer torps? No. Like, she likes to brawl, but that's not why you take the ship. If she can brawl, you don't shy away from it, but you don't go actively seeking one unless you either have no choice or the situation is so kind of slanted in your favor, right? I agree. I love Eugen, but I feel like I play Eugen too much. And of course, now I get tier 10 matchmaking, where Hipper absolutely hates her life. I have more codes. I have not uploaded them, Xanda. How are we looking on 1411 codes? What's left in there? I have Last Stand on Hipper. So, the Hipper class ships you have to invest a point in Last Stand on. They have some of the easiest to break engines. For me, it's not rudder, it's the engine. The engine on any Hipper class ship, if an HE shell hits the water next to you, your engine will crap out. It is a bizarro flaw in these ships and has been from the day they were put into the game. So for 1 point, Last Stand on a Hipper hull, always, always, always. If you've got plenty of codes left, Xanda. Chew them up. In fact, I think they expire in February, don't they? Don't they expire in a few weeks? If you want to run giveaways, man, you go right ahead. Let's burn them up. They aren't doing anybody any good sitting on the spreadsheet. 2 March. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Use them up. Feel free. That's what they're in there for. Remember, guys, if you are looking for some free loot, I do get free loot from Wargaming to hand away, to give out. My mods generally handle this for me. Giveaways are conducted in my Discord server. That way, no matter what channel you're watching, whether it's Rumble, YouTube, or Twitch, you can always enter the giveaway. You just have to join my Discord. There's a giveaway channel. When the bot says, hey, there's a giveaway running, there's a little place for you to react with an emoji, and bam, you're entered. I just shouldn't have any 1410 ones left. I'm pretty confident we burned through all of those during King of the Sea. I won't put my hand on my heart and swear to it, but I feel pretty good that we got rid of all those. I want to be here to help this Harugamo, but being up here without anybody else, without any other support than this Bismarck makes me kind of sad. Clan battles? I haven't played a clan battle in like 6-7 years. No, I have very little interest in that format. Alright, does Lucian have smoke? Somebody remind me. He's hydro and smoke, right? Probably need to get up here. He's not smoking. Is he firing? He's on fire. So if my Harugamo will slow down and get into smoke, let's help him out. Or just miss the whole salvo. That too. Didn't miss that salvo. He's gonna be dead before my shells arrive. What is a Bremen? Oh, is that that's one of the heavies, isn't it? The super heavies. The 10 maybe? Okay, I don't know what a minute. Oh, you killed my Harugamo because he was dumb and wouldn't sit in his smoke like a smarty. Okay, time to go be somewhere else now. I am pushed up way too far for a heavy cruiser this early in a game, but I'll take a free fire. Big mines, thank you. I knew it was something. Long duration heal, no smoke. Okay. Well, my Harugamo blows my mind because he laid this giant smoke cloud and then sailed right out of it like he just couldn't be bothered. I'm actually... can I get this cap? I don't think I can.
Better.
I think I have to just continue to play support around mid here. The Bremen backed way, way, way off. And I don't think I led those shells very well. Let's try that. Alright, I'm gonna head up north. I think my hydro can be useful up there. We're gonna need one of these... Well, okay, our Harugamo bought it. I'm gonna need the archer fish to rotate south, or the Nusha to run north to pick things up. To pick up this B-cap. I'm not gonna be able to do it. Oh, the CAG. Okay, so we've still got 3 light units left. One of them's gonna have to rotate up. Where is this 40... The 4501 is riding the surface. Oh, no, the Asashio's riding the surface in the cap. There you go. Drive him out of there. Kill that guy. You know, I haven't played Hawaii. Somebody dump Hawaii in the queue for me, and I'm going to refund your points. I need to try that ship. I'm tired of getting blown away by him, though. I will say that. As a destroyer player, having that thing even in the game makes me angry. Am I behind him? I'm a little behind him. Yeah. Thank you, Xanda. Alright, we're up a ship. They finally pushed somebody into the sea cap. Probably the Z-46. Uh-oh. You weren't supposed to be there. Go German fires! Yes! Alright. We didn't kill the Asashio, but boy, they beat the hell out of him and drove him off, so I'll take that. And Captain Soviet Union put his fire out. Oh, Xanda, there's no rush. I didn't even mention that I was doing this tonight until, like, I was already live. Don't sweat it. I'll be honest, I kind of half expected to get to this point tonight again and be like, I just don't think I can do it, guys. I just don't think I can. But here I am. All right, Minnesota. Show me that beautiful broadside. Oh, he's turning back in. We got a double on him, so he's feeling that right now. But 14 clicks is a little too close for Hipper to be to that particular Oh, the Bremen. Ooh, hello. Hi. Look at this guy.
If I promised to kill you last, I lied. If I promised to kill you last, I lied.
Come on, guns. Get around. I'm not convinced he can make that turn. I guess he can. We're beating the crap out of the Minnesota. That makes me happy. Oh, right through the saddle. That was a pretty shot. I shouldn't have put out one fire. Knowing his reload, I should have waited on that.
Much better.
I'm liking this sub 10-second reload on this boat. Top grade gunner was a good pick. I like that skill right now. That's feeling really good on this ship. Because how often do you have ships inside of 11 kilometers in this boat? It's not that unheard of, is it? Okay, Hindenburg is out. Just leaves the guys here in the middle of the cap. Bremen has crapped himself and run aground, so let's load some AP. Maybe I can punish him for this? Probably. Oh, yeah, maybe I can. He's turning back the other way. What is up, my dude? He stopped. Didn't even get full pins. All right, well, let's come back to starboard. The 4501 is up north, is he? Well, let's go have some fun with him. So we've gone from being on the garbage crap to being on the garbage team to being against the garbage team, right? So we've gone from the one end of the blowout to the other. I still like Hipper though. This ship has not aged well because so many of her contemporaries now are just better than this ship is. But I still like Hipper. I like how punchy the AP is. I like how irritatingly survivable she can be. Come on, give me a full pen, would you? Oh my god. Somebody else is going to bag that kill. All right, let's move up here and take the Hydro. There we go. Okay, he's... 4501 has gone very deep. What's my range on these? 7. So we got a little bit of ways to go. Oh, it's a 4501. I'm never going to catch him anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Coochie, coochie.
Yeah, because 4501, the submarine that breaks the laws of physics. Oh, is he turning back towards? Oh, yes, please. Yeah, bring it on. Let's go. Oh, he's flooding. He's dead. Archerfish flooded him out. All right. Certainly not a bad game in Hipper. Not a great game, but as a bottom-tier heavy cruiser, I'm not upset. Top 4. I can't complain about that. No kills, but I contributed and didn't get slapped off the map. So, for my money, that's a win. I'll take it. I will take it. All right. Napoli with... the TMNT camo on Napoli messes with my brain because it's asymmetrical, and my brain doesn't know how to handle it. All right, so we've got Dallas, Gonzaga. There's a boat I haven't played in a while. Hawaii. All right, I'm going to get to Hawaii, but I'm not going to do Hawaii right now. Let's do this Dallas game, and then let's start with a simple light cruiser that I know, and then we'll go look at Gonzaga, which I have played before but do not remember.
You crazy son of a
Mr. October, 5 years. Look at you. Thank you much. Appreciate you. Welcome in. Happy 2026, all you guys. Yous guys. Puddin's like, I volunteer as tribute. I will complain on your behalf. I gotta say, Puddin, as much as I appreciate the energy there, I am the kind of guy who prefers to do my own bitchin'. I prefer to do my own complaining. So, again, the sentiment is appreciated, but I must decline the offer. I don't think Puddin needs Zath to complain. I've heard Puddin complain on his own stream. I've heard him complain on Zath's stream. I've heard him complain in many people's chats. He doesn't need an invitation. He just is a force of nature, as they say. All right, well, middle tier. I can live with this. The Ryujo means my AA will be marginally effective because I have enough AA to shoot down Japanese planes anyway. I'm not excited to see the New Orleans or the München. The Nuremberg can only be scary in certain situations. Okay, let's talk about American Lights, because I'm going to be hitting these guys just as soon as I can get off my ass and finish up the Italian destroyer line. American light cruisers are essentially... they're kind of very similar to the British lights in that they are high utility, low survivability. But a lot of light cruisers meet that standard. The Americans take it a bit further because at the top end of the line, they get radar. When you get to 9 and 10 in the American light cruiser line, you have an array of consumables that would makes almost any other cruiser blush, right? It's crazy because you get hydro, you get defensive fire, you obviously get your damage control, you get a heal, you get surface surveillance radar, right? It is wild. On Seattle, I think you get planes. On Des Moines, you don't. On Des Moines, you have to choose between radar and planes. And spotter plane Des Moines is a meme, but I really don't recommend it. That's not a good idea. Okay. But on Seattle, I think you can actually get planes and radar, I think. You might not. I don't remember. I'll look at it later. But you have so much utility. Here's the trick. Your survivability is dubious. You do get the heal at the top end of the line, but before that, you don't get it. Your armor's not bad, but it's not like you can just, you can heal. Your detection is low, but not super stealthy. We're not British. So American Lights in randoms on their own. Okay, thank you, Hujam. I didn't remember. It's not bad boats. Not bad boats. But if you want to take an American Light and put it in a div with a solid destroyer, who will then smoke for you and spot for you, oh man. The havoc you can wreak is absolutely unparalleled. It is amazing. Okay, so the Kamikaze is south of us. We have a Gremmy and a Fujin, and I'm going to use this smoke and be fairly aggressive here. Because I'm going to have about 60 seconds here that I can do whatever I want from behind this smoke screen. München took a torp. Put up some hydro. Gremmy's trying to escape into the channel. Looks like he's going to pull it off. And the Fujin's getting in on this with his guns, which is really interesting to me. You do not see many Fujin players who even know that they have guns. So props to this guy for having the balls to get in on it. Okay. Now, I would love it if you guys would spot that Tegetov, but there it is. Since my smoke is expiring, I have to get moving here. There's the Kamikaze. Yeah, I gotta keep turning here. So he's only gonna have the stern turrets for a spell, but I've gotta pitch in where I can. Yeah, I missed that. Blew that salvo too. That's okay. We got the cap. I can still continue to harass this whatever this is. Tegetov. Tegetov? I don't know what the hell that is. It's German. Oh, Fujin ate a torpedo. Feels bad, ladies and gentlemen. Feels bad. See here my AA pitching in. Is it amazing? No. Is it useful? Yes. Ryujo doesn't really get much out of that salvo. Alright, Tegetov here. Yep, all overpens through the superstructure. We're going to slowly start creeping away from this guy. I'm going to let my battleship start to pick him up. But while he's there, I cannot push that kamikaze just yet. There we go. That's what we wanted. So, this is the kind of shenanigans you're going to frequently find yourself doing in an American light cruiser. You're playing it like Jap. You're trying to kite away from something bigger and meaner than you, while you just farm his health with fires and HE. This is what you do almost better than any other light cruiser in the game, because you have an amazing reload. Most American lights have redonkulous reload times. I would argue that Cleveland is certainly... There we go. Okay, now I can push up and hunt this kamikaze, who will see me coming and run away, but that's fine. Tegetov is Austrian. Okay, so that's an EU battleship. Okay, so that's the Austrian... That's the new Euro battleship thing. Okay. Alright, I'm going to get up here and help up my battleship, and we're going to push this commie right out of this cap. Most of their team is at A, so we got to clean up this side of the board. But when a battleship is pushing you in a light cruiser, the correct response is, no thank you, I am out. Oh my god, guys, check it out. Our Ranger knows how to launch planes and use them! That is a big upgrade from earlier, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm banking a little bit on this commie being not great. It looks like the Tegethoff, whatever. He's trying to make the channel. I don't know where the commie is and if he's going to be able to lead the torps to stop that move. No, he's literally down here. Okay. He's probably waiting for that battleship to vacate. No, he's still spotted. How is he still spotted? I do not know. Gremmy's coming for him. There he is. What's up, my dude? Now, if the commie is clever, he's going to use that smoke to turn around and get the hell away from me. He's stopped right in here somewhere. Alright, Hydro's up. We're going to chase him. I've also got the Gremmy coming to help me finish this kill up. So we're going to go put some pressure on this guy. I think he's sitting in that smoke. What he should have done is turn around and run to the south. I think he's trying to play game. No, he did. Okay, he reversed. Okay. Thou art dead. Alright, we have a lead. We have a 4-ship lead. That feels pretty good, kids. Same as Viribus. I never cared for Viribus. I never liked that ship. Its one big selling point was that it was kinda stealthy. That's about all you could really say about it. It was kinda stealthy. Alright, so now I'm gonna go pick a fight with the Ryujo. Because I can. And because I'm pretty confident between my defensive fire and my fighters, there's not much he's going to be able to do to really give me much heartburn.
Yeah, this should help.
We have a fairly large lead. I mean, I don't really think they have a chance in hell of winning this game. My main goal at this point is to try and murder some planes and hopefully kill a carrier. But let's talk about one of the drawbacks of the American lights. They ain't fast. They ain't getting anywhere in a hurry. These all-gun cruisers, so much utility, so little speed. 32 knots. They're like German, right? They're German. They're 32 to 33 knots on a good day with a tailwind. As soon as you touch the rudder, they drop. They bleed speed like they're crazy. The American heavies are the same way, truth be told. So it is, chasing something down in one of these is a challenge, to put it lightly. It's not what you're good at. What's up, Paul? Got a Kamikaze. She's a good boat, man. Kamikaze and friggin' Fujin and all those boats are really good boats. Chaser, it was, but this is warships where the rules the rules are made up and the points don't matter. So many things in your matchmaking bracket, many things are grossly faster than you. Okay. You have to remember that the American lights were designed, and I would say excel at, being defensive cruisers. Defensive fire, quick firing, shorter range guns. They're excellent at it. What are they not? What's the situation I'm in now? I'm trying to push and chase down targets. They're not very good at that. It's not what they're designed for, so they're not going to be good at it, right? These are not Japanese heavy cruisers with 37 knots of speed or whatever to play around with. It just is what it is. Shouldn't be able to, Paul.
Power on. Now it's time to kick some ass.
I'm trying to keep this guy in my AA bubble while I can.
I'll be ready for more action.
When we kill this repulse, the game's going to be over. So there it was. So again, I played the flank. I backed up my team, right? We got our cap. But basically when that ends, because I'm on a flank where I then have to try and push and chase down the enemy team, I'm not going to be very good at that. Still got a 2 there on the efficiency badging, which is a little surprising to me. But there you go. Not a bad game. Gremmy gets a compliment. He showed up and played. Fujin bought it, but I like that they were divvied up. So take one of those. All right, I'm going to go look at this leaderboard thing, see if I can figure it out. No, it's in the armory, right? Armory? I go in here? I feel like I go in here and there's a link to it, isn't there? Is it this? Yeah, here we go. Eligible ships tiers 1 to 7. Okay, so the leaderboard this week caps out at tier 7. So you can play anything tier 7 and below and end up on the leaderboard. Now, what do you get for ranking? Some containers, some permanent camo, and some tokens. And the difference between first, second, and third is visible but not crazy. Okay. Interesting. Now, I don't have any idea what the Lunar Warriors thing gets me. Where do I spend those tokens? I got to figure that out. Yeah, I know the event's over. You won't show me the leaderboard afterwards? Here we go. Yep. Leaderboard 2. Okay, this is... So it was 1 to 9 last week. 1 to all tiers the week before. Okay, 1 to 7 this week. And then we're back to 1 to 10 next week. And then the question is, where do I spend these wonderful, amazing tokens? Tokens are spent next patch. Okay, so you earn them this patch and spend them next patch. Okay, sure. And then there's somewhere... Okay, there's the new battleship. I have no interest in it. I'll go ahead and claim it all just because, fine. But I have no interest in these. They're battleships. I have no interest. And then this dockyard thing's got to be ending soon, right? Or is it already over? Combat missions are done, but I can still buy my way to whatever this thing is. Which would cost me steel. Or cost me doubloons. So for 24,000 doubloons, I can get some stuff. 15,000 coal, 250,000 commander XP. Okay. And then I also get the because they already gave... I think they gave us this ship, which is unusual. What's up, Steve? They almost never give us dockyard ships, but I think they did this Christmas. I think I have one of those in my port. Roussillon? Roussillon? Yeah, there she is. So, because I'm curious, I'm going to do the thing. I think you get credits now. There was a time when you did this, you got doubloons back. If you already owned the thing, you got doubloons. Wait, how much doubloons? Yeah, I don't care. I have nothing else to spend them on. Guys, remember I tell you all the time, don't take in-game economy advice from me when it comes to spending things, because I get so much free stuff. I'm so insulated from the game economy. I'm not going to give you good advice. All I can do is tell you if I think something is worth the doubloons or not. But when it comes to actually spending them, don't. You do get doubloons? Let's find out. Doesn't look like it. Unless I have to go back and claim... I have to go back and claim the stuff. Yeah, okay. Collect the reward. There we go. Give me the stuff. Okay. Okay. Compensation. There it is. So I spent 24,000 doubloons and made back 28.5. It's good that there's not a lot of us in this CC program, because that is so silly. All right, we played Dallas. What have we got in here? Exalted wanted a game in this boat, and I'll be honest, I do not like French battleships, but I will try it. This is a French battleship with 16-inch guns. This looks like an Alsace. Is this just an Alsace with 16-inch guns? That seems to be what this thing is. I'm guessing a 30-second reload? 36? 36? What are we doing? 36-second reload? What is happening here? Alright. What have I got for a high-end French battleship commander? Do I have anything? I play so little French battleship. I just don't enjoy them. I've got an Alsace captain. Let's try that. It's more accurate than Alsace. That's not hard to do, is it? Okay. So let's go... Yeah, main armaments make sense. What's my concealment? 16. I've got a full survivability build here on this Alsace. That's probably not where I want to be. I'll look at that again in a minute. Zath hates this ship. Well, I tell you what, Zath and I disagree on a lot of Tier 9 battleships, because Zath thinks Izumo is awesome and Iowa is crap, and I think he's on crack. So, if Zath hates this boat, there's at least a chance that I will enjoy it. Engine boost mod. Let's see. I've got... It runs for 3 minutes. I feel like that's plenty. Let's run damage control. It's a battleship. It's French. It wants to burn. Turret traverse. You know what? I think I probably want to go... No. I think I probably want to go aiming systems here. It's a battleship. I don't know why you wouldn't go aiming systems. Steering gear? Probably 16.6. That's rough. Although airstrike would feel pretty good. Nah, I gotta go. I think I gotta do it. I think I gotta do steering here. Yeah, that cuts over 3 seconds off the rudder shift. I think we still run concealment here. And probably main battery 3. I gotta do something about that reload. That reload is terrible. Even 31.7 feels awful. Yikes. What are my choices here? Fighters. Ooh, actually, what's my range? 23. Do I need more range? With the spotter plane, this would be like a Yamato. It'd be like a 28-kilometer ship. Yeah, 28.1 kilometers with the spotter plane up. That's crazy. Yeah, Gabe, you and I are on the same range. Same place, buddy. Oh, I agree that Wisconsin is the best Iowa, but original Iowa is not a bad ship. What's my AA? Is it worth a set of 7 flag? Sure. It doesn't hurt anything. And I got plenty of them. Okay. I do have reload booster. That feels good. That's why her base reload is so crap. I have a reload booster. Okay. What else have we got in here? I think I don't need this goofy full survivability thing. Let's rebuild this captain. I like the idea of getting my consumables back quicker. I think that's going to be relevant to this ship. Turret traverse. 34 is not awful. 28 is better. I'm going to run AA and ASW for now. I might come back to grease the gears, though. I think we definitely want Adrenaline Rush. I think you definitely take Concealment. What does that get me down to? 13 is plausible. She's French. I really feel like I want to take Fire Prevention. Or if I don't, I want to be a crazy psycho and take Furious. But I think Furious on this ship is inviting trouble. Let's take Fire Prevention. And I also like the idea of basics of survivability. Now, 4 charges of Repair Party. If I do this, that leaves me 2 points to spend, unless I max out the Captain. I still like Focus Fire Training. I've always liked this particular skill on battleships. But AA is probably not a strong enough thing for her to invest in. I think Brisk has some possibilities. I'm 33.5 with the speed flag. I think right now we're just going to pick up Grease the Gears. That's probably not a great build, but for a ship that I don't really know what I'm doing, I'm going to just run with it. Okay. And let's put some Frenchy flags on her because we can. I'm pretty sure. No, that's Italian. Where's the... There she is. That's Marseille. And then you, because we can. We've done all of this. I've done all the captain skills. I think we're ready to go. Okay. Roussillon. This is for Zoltan. Wanted to see this. Everybody, prepare to be amazed as I suck at French battleship. Battle cruiser dispersion with a 1.7 Sigma. Okay, that is going to feel weird.
Son of a bitch, you did.
Ballistics, another 5-year subscriber. Thank you so much. It is so wild to me when I stop and realize how long I've been doing this. It doesn't feel like it. Right? My partner anniversary is in April. That's 5 years. 5 years. Man, it still doesn't feel like it. I need to apply. You know, they let us do a thing now once a quarter. We can apply to be on the front page. And I've never done it. Mostly because I don't know what to stream. I don't want to stream this on the front page. Oh, God, no. Oh, no. It would be awful. So I'm like, I think about all the time, like, what would I stream on the front page? I don't know. I am actually interested in that Eldra. I'm curious about HLL Vietnam. And honestly, I have not played a lot of HLL since they put the new Smolensk patch in, and they ran a little voting competition. Their next map is going to be another Soviet map. I love playing the Soviets on Hell Let Loose. The history nerd in me loves those maps because I know very little about the Eastern Front historically. And so it drives me, it encourages me to do research, to read and learn about the Wehrmacht and the Red Army, because I know very little about the Eastern Front. And so I love playing Soviet maps for that reason. So, Cab, you're talking about a video. I'm talking about a live stream, right? So, you know, when I say the front page of Twitch, I can basically reserve, it's either a 4 or an 8 hour block. I forget. I think it might actually be 8. It's at least 4 that I am on the little carousel. So when you just type in twitch.tv, bam, I would be on the carousel right there up top. Once a quarter, I can apply to do that. I've thought about doing it for one or more of my Star Wars Unlimited streams. The trick is that sometimes I've meant to do it for one of these ones in January, and I kind of forgot. But when you do that, they don't allow you to multi-stream. So if I'm going to do that for an unlimited stream, I have to kind of do something Most people who watch Unlimited do so on YouTube. So it'd be one of those things where I'd have to make a big deal out of, remember guys, if you're watching me, if you want to watch this event, you have to watch it on Twitch. I'm going to be on the front page, yada, 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 yada. So I've thought about that. And I've also thought about just, doing some Mech Warrior or something, right? I just haven't. I haven't made the time. I missed the window for February. I need to look into March. Le Havre. Please don't die, Little Salem. I really need you here. No, you shouldn't have. Why did you fire? Okay, oh. You got that shot for free. How interesting. No, they have not put any of the Pacific factions into HLL. That is not a thing. Not yet. I'm not convinced that they will. But they continue to support and grow the European factions. They're adding the Canadians. The next faction that they're adding to HLL is Canada. They're doing which was the Canadian beach at Normandy? Was it Sword or Juno? There was one Canadian. Is it one Canadian, 2 British, and 2 American? There was Juno. Thank you. Okay, I couldn't remember. So they're going to they're adding the Canadians as a faction, and they're adding Juno as a map this year in HLL. All right, let's speed up. In fact, let's go full mega ultra speed. Now, I'm betting, I don't know the Havre's armor profile, but I am willing to put money that he cannot shrug off my 16-inch shells through the nose. Let's find out. One overpen. Yeah, that's about the kind of accuracy I'm used to getting out of this boat. It is French, after all. What are we doing, the little Ponto? Once this island gets in between you and me, your little cruiser buddy back there is in trouble. What are you going to do? Well, he knows he's been in a fight.
Damn. Desert road, no gas, and no checks.
So, the Salem committed suicide, and so did the Yugamo. Well, this has been a fun game, but my game is over. Left to die on a flank run by morons. Outstanding. Can hardly wait.
Magic 8 Ball says, you died.
Thank you, Iowa. There we go. Put 20K into the little Frenchy cruiser. Next we can finish off his buddy.
And it got such good gas mileage.
I really hate this ship, guys. It's just bad. It's French. French battleships are terrible. Why do they keep making them? They're just hot garbage. Absolute hot garbage. Look at that. Can't hit anything. Another one of those why am I bothering moments. All right, we're gonna load some HE now. So when I shoot at the cruiser, I got something to have fun with. I mean, I want to shoot at this little destroyer loser. I got something to have fun with. I don't mind how they look. I don't think the French battleships look bad per se. I just think they're soft. They don't hit things. They're soft. They're so easy to kill. They're soft. Like, why? If you want to play a battleship, why would sell me on the French? Why would you ever play a ship that's meant to be survivable that isn't? I just don't understand. The entire French battleship line is just not interesting to me for this very reason. You know, Zath loves Burgonia. I think I might have finally broken down and bought one with my steel or something. But, like, I'm not interested in playing that boat. It can't hit anything. And this boat has the exact same problem. Now, in fairness, I'm aiming at a destroyer at 18 clicks, so the likelihood of me hitting anything is pretty bad. But, like, just the fact that I get 3 heals, right? I eat full pins from everything. Ugh. I was trying for a bow fire on the Yamato, and even then I overshot him. Udaloy actually has torps. I have to be at least a little frosty of that guy. Oh, Gabe's in this game. I just realized Gabe is the Iowa on my flank who came over and punished that Lepanto for me. Well done, Gabe. We have a 3-ship lead. We're about to have a 4-ship lead. Like, this ought to be more than a winnable game at this stage. I hit him at 23 or 25 clicks or whatever. That's hilarious. What is up, Udaloy?
Looks like you're coming apart at the seams.
Barbiano bought it. Stern fire on the Petro.
Good gas mileage.
I love that I can hit the Petro from here. The range is kind of fun. Yeah, he had to put that out. Get around this island and I'll have some fun for him. Alright, we can put the AP back in now. Oh, he moved up. Makes me sad. No, I agree with you, Cab. The dispersion doesn't feel too bad. I'm used to French dispersion being really bad. This feels just mediocre as opposed to bleh. Come on, shells. Yay. 2 hits. And now we get to run down the carrier. Can we spot and murder the carrier in 2 minutes? Well, I've got the range to do it. Can we spot the hull? That's the question.
Good game.
That was my last. Might as well use my last heal. Not doing any good otherwise. It's a nice team effort. Look at that. Kills all spread out. Everybody pitching in, except the 2 clowns who spawned on my side of the map originally. They just melted and died. There she sits. All right, now I'm going to have to try to gauge the lead on this one. This is a 9-second shell time. We're going to try that. And she's turning, so I think I've already missed. Cecilia just says, I dunked you. Wow. There you go. Okay. So, part of me is kind of sad that I didn't play this ship earlier, but I legit don't know why you would have invested any doubloons in this. I mean, maybe if you just love French battleships, but I've never understood the value in French battleships. Like, okay, they're fast, and like, why? Why would I care? I think I just got a super container. Oh, I have 100. Okay, I need to go clean out my containers. Yikes. I have a lot of containers, guys. Somehow. 44 of these. What are these? 44 Santa's gift. I don't know why I have these. Let's just open them up. Cool. Bunch of money. Bunch of flags. A little bit of steel. Alright. What are these? Okay. This is some recruiting station thing. Sure. Christmas and New Year in the Navy. Okay, whatever that is. Okay. Okay. This feels like an old event crate. Some Twitch crates. 31 signal crates. Let's get rid of those. Okay. Signals and insignia galore. Alright. That leaves me with... Oh, I have 8 super containers in here. Yikes. Alright. Let's... That's a lot of That's a lot of crates to play flags or no flags with. 8 super containers. Okay, guys. We haven't done this in a hot minute. I need to do this. I genuinely enjoy doing this particular game. We're going to play flags or not flags. This is dirt simple. You're going to be betting channel points as soon as I figure out... There it is. Is that it? No, it's the poll. Not a poll. It's a prediction. Here we go. You're going to be betting channel points on flags or not flags. You have 60 seconds. Bet channel points on flags or not flags on this super container here. Super container number 1. Gabe, believe me, I'm well aware. And you can go back and watch the tape. I said, thank God for this Iowa who showed up to help me. And it wasn't until about 3 minutes later that I realized it was you. I need to open the golden one as well, because you never know what's in those. Flags are not flags, ladies and gentlemen. A simple prediction. Bet your channel points. Never know what might happen. Flags are not flags. You say they're not that super anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I still feel like you can get some stuff out of these, right? Yeah, I realize this is a Twitch-only thing. I apologize, guys. If you're on YouTube, you can't really bet channel points. I read this. I was reading an interview with the head of YouTube this week, and he was going on about how we want to be the premier place for all of this stuff. And I thought, you guys have got a long way to go on YouTube streaming. Like, technologically, YouTube streaming is way ahead of Twitch. I can stream in 4K to YouTube, for example. But from a community engagement and community management standpoint, Twitch crushes you. All right. The votes are in. Let's see what we got. Here we go. Drum roll, please. And it's flags. All right. Hey, there's Charlie. Those are CR Mike flags. Those are good flags. Outstanding. All right. So somewhere in here, I have to do the points. How do I do that? Is that over here? There's a way to do this. Manage poll. No. Manage. Choose prediction outcome. There it was. It was flags, ladies and gentlemen. If you bet flags, congratulations. You won some channel points. All right, let's see what's in the rest of these. We don't want to get bogged too down. I haven't done one of those in a while. A free Eugen. Hey, you could do way worse. What's in my other 7 super containers? Premium time, a whole bunch of flags, some free XP, and some econ boosters I'll never use. Outstanding. All right, let's look at this last one we're going to do for the night. Actually, I'll do the... let's look at this golden one. What are you? Drum roll, please. What do we got? We got... Looks like flags. No, this is credit bonus. Epic credit. Okay. And then... What is the honor, integrity, virtue? This seems... Is this a new collection? Yeah, okay. I haven't opened any of these until now. Okay. So let me look at that thing real quick. What is this? What is the reward over here? Collection description. Sure. Oh, this is the unique EU commander you can pick up. Okay. Or no, it was EU or Euro. Got it. Cool. There we go. Outstanding. All right, we've cleaned up that, so I have only a few containers left, but nothing interesting. All right, Xander wants me to try... Well, Xander put these points in for Hawaii. So let's go look at Hawaii. Tier 10 America Cruiser. All right, Hawaii. Now, I ended up with a gold one of these, too. I opened one of the goofy containers that made this a gold thing. But I don't know anything about this ship. This is Austin Guns. These are Austin Guns, aren't they? AP and HE. 6-second reload. Somebody told me this was like in Atlanta and in Alaska had a baby. Oh man, this turret arrangement is weird. Like Nuremberg turrets. Goofy offset turrets up forward. That's really strange looking. Hey, defense on this boat should be absolutely mind-blowingly crazy. That's pretty friggin' good. 11 flak puffs! Oh, this is cool. I might actually like this boat. Okay, you're not stealthy. 15 clicks on the surface. 33 knots of speed. It's like a heavy cruiser hull, right? Oh my god. 229mm belt down to 178. So this is 6 inches. No, this is 8. This is 7 inches. And this is 9 inches? 9 inches. Okay, so I have a 9-inch belt that tapers down to a 7-inch right below the waterline. This is an Alaska hull. Interesting. Funny button? She does have some kind of goofy funny button. Yeah, here we go. Modified shells. So you can get your main... So like Austin, you can get your main battery... Firing over elevated terrain is easier. Your HE fire chance goes down. Your range goes down. And your AP shell damage goes down. Okay. This is what happened to me. So, one of the... Very cool, Shepard. One of the games... So the game... The Atelier Regulo game that I have set aside for possibly doing that video. I ran into one of these things. And I was on that stupid new map, Sunset Isles, that map makes me rage. And I'm in one of these channels, and this clown, this loser, is firing over these. He's like up next to these hills, and he's firing over them. I'm like, what? How is he able to get his shells over this mountain? Now I know. It was enraging. He almost murdered me. The only reason I lived in that game was because it ended up being an arms race game, and I had picked up a heal buff and managed to hang in the game long enough that I got some good value out of that heal. In fact, I think I earned a dreadnought in an Atelier Regulo in that game. Whew. Okay. We definitely got to get the concealment down. I don't care for the new map. As a destroyer player, that map makes me want to punch babies. Oh, I could go to 13 flak puffs. 13 flak puffs! This ship would piss off carriers so bad. I probably shouldn't do that, though. What's my turret traverse? It's probably super fast. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. 5.2 seconds. Airstrike mod? Probably not. We probably go steering gears here. Yeah, with that rudder shift, I think we go steering gear. If they get a code and they can't... Can I tell everyone if they get a code and they can't use it? I'm not following your comment, Xanda. If they get a code and they can't use it? What's the concern? Oh, you mean if they get something and they can't use it to just give it away to a friend or a buddy? Because that's what I normally tell people. And they can't use it. Okay, there we go. That's it. So, guys, the way this works, it's entirely possible. These codes are a couple of patches old now. So it's entirely possible that you've used up your monthly allotment of them. If that is the case, and the system says, hey, you can't use this code, it's yours to do with whatever you want. Now, you can't sell it. Don't be a dirtbag. But give it away to a friend. Post it in your clan Discord and say, free to whoever grabs it first, right? Whatever. Something along those lines. I think I want surveillance radar here. Generally, radar mod is the right choice. 8.5, and I can get this thing. Ooh, the stealth is not great, is it? I'm guessing I want consumable specialist. We definitely want focus fire. I think you go superintendent. I think you go adrenaline rush. I think you go heavy HE. These are what? These are 5-inch guns, aren't they? Oh, I think we go heavy HE. We go detection. So we can get down to 12.2 within an 8.5 kilometer radar. That feels awful. That's awful. So no, I ain't doing radar. We're not doing that. No. Hydro's not a bad idea. In fact, I would argue Hydro's possible. I'm not taking Hydro. I have to choose between DF and Hydro. DF basically makes me invulnerable to planes. Absolutely just fly through my AA bubble and die. I think for that reason you take Hydro. I probably have the standard garbage. Okay. Torpedo protection is not great, which is not surprising. So I think you take Hydro. And I think to maximize it, you take Hydro mod. Yep, you take Hydro mod here. There we go. I mean, my suspicion is, Chaser, and I'm spitballing here. My suspicion is they had to do something. They had Alaska hulls, but they didn't need battle cruisers anymore. They're like, what can we do? Hey, we always need anti-aircraft fire. Why don't we make an Alaska hull and AA cruiser? And that's probably where they got this crazy idea. Man, I don't probably need any of these, but if I'm going to take Hydro, let's take AA guns mod 1. That's fine. Steering gears again, possibly? Ooh, possibly. Maybe. Yeah, steering 1. Yeah, okay. Oh, I'll say again, I hadn't paid it the first time. Okay. All right. Here and here. Literally flying the Hawaii flag on Hawaii. That feels pretty good. Okay, now 5 more points. Do we go demolition expert? I think we do. Oh yeah. And then there's a argument to be made here. Or 80,000 hit points, an Alaska hull, and 4 heals. What the hell is this boat? This is insane. This is nutty. How did you get this thing? Was it for sale? Did they sell it? Like for cash? Or was it a crate thing? I know they were giving them out. I know you could steal. It's a steel ship? Okay. Steel fleet. Okay. This was one of the ones they gave us at Christmas, which I'm not used to getting handed steel ships. They normally don't do that. All right, let's try it. I know the gold one came out of those goofy gold crates. I did get one of those. I've never actually played it, obviously, but I have one. Terp. I gotta say, I've had an Austin for a while, and that ship and I have never clicked. Austin always irritated me because she felt like she would have these moments where she could be absolutely stupid, but anytime your funny button wasn't up, it felt awful. It felt gimped. Like they had made the normal play mode of the ship intentionally bad because the funny button was so extremely crazy powerful that they made the regular mode of the ship like intentionally weak, and that drove me crazy about Austin. About Austin.
So, who wants to dance?
What's my range? 18 clicks. Let's look at these shell ballistics. Okay. Fairly high. Still fairly high, even for the 5-inch 54. Okay. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to snuggle up to this island and go be a general nuisance along the 9-10 line. I need to see my AA bubble. Let's put up AA, hydro, and radar. There we go. No, I agree, ballistics, but that's what drives me crazy about Austin. Is that, like, Austin is like, you inject the meth, you're a meth madman for whatever it is, 25, 30 seconds, and then when that ability is on cooldown, you have to just run away because you're so gimped, you're just not useful, right? You can shoot down planes and maybe, harass the occasional destroyer, but other than that, you're just not useful. And so that's what drove me nuts about Austin. It's not like Atlanta. Atlanta is useful. That sustained rate of fire is in itself useful. As chat was saying, who was it? Gabe was talking about battleships don't like fighting her. The psychological impact of fighting a ship with an insane rate of fire, like a Barbiano, or this thing, or an Atlanta, cannot be understated in warships, right? It really can't. It's absolutely a real thing. Okay, DM's popping his radar on the other flank. I've got a Shima right here in front of me. Let's see if he smokes. If he smokes, I can radar him. He's inside my radar bubble. He's inside the Gdansk radar bubble, too. Gearing might be getting himself torpedoed. Shima ran aground. Now he's smoking. Okay, Gearing took care of him. Utrecht cleaned up the gearing. Their gearing is on the bottom end of the cap. Gun angles are pretty good. I'm liking those. Definitely digging. They have a gearing and a Shima in this cap, ladies and gentlemen. So here's what I want to do. I want to go dark.
I like it.
I got a double fire burning on this guy. Somehow I'm still lit. There we go. Okay. We want to go back and help out the Gdansk. The Utrecht, the Shima, and the gearing up there are an issue. And, of course, my Gdansk got murdered. Raking in the fire damage. Alright, let's see. Switch to alt mode at 12.5 clicks. Oh, because that's what the range lowers to, I'm guessing. Firing over elevated terrain is easier. Okay. Oh, the Aki is a hybrid. Okay, well, have fun with that, my friends. Bring it on, my dude. You really don't want to fight me. Really don't want to be in my A bubble. Gearing left the cap. We're already 2 ships down. I need to murder one of these destroyers. I think I'm going to have an opportunity because I think the gearing's going to give it to me. Let's go find out. Funny button speeds up my reload? Yeah, okay.
Desert road, no gas, and no chicks.
Much better.
Get to hell. Tell them Duke sent you.
Okay, this thing handles terrible. Which is hardly surprising, but nonetheless irritating. And we're still down ships. I'm over here doing my best, and team still can't manage it. That makes me sad. Be careful, little Utrecht.
Desert road.
I have
no
AP
gas,
as well, my buddy.
No chicks.
This really pisses me off.
Yeah, I'm gonna die here. Yeah, I ran aground and that's gonna kill me. Left to die. Super fun game. Team just absolutely melted. God, never play tier 10. Absolutely never play tier 10. Interesting ship concept. Islands, not necessarily her thing, right? Like that's I would happily take an Austin into that engagement. I don't think you can really do that within Hawaii. The tight island fighting is not she's not good at that. Not good at that at all. Ops. Chaser's like, just play the thing in Ops. Okay, reasonable. Probably a good use for it. Alright, Big Turf's been patient. I have been neglecting this Gonzaga game. Let me go look at this thing. I've played it before, but it has been a hot minute. Gonzaga. There she is. Is it Ferrante? Why did I think it was Ferruccio Gonzaga? Why did I think that? I don't friggin' know. Yeah, this is the thing with the destroyer guns on it. This is such a weird boat. I remember playing this thing and not thinking very highly of it just because it's so difficult to play. 8, 9, 10-kilometer torpedoes, guns. Yeah, this is a light cruiser. A defense is kind of crap, but why not? You've got 4 charges of smoke. Okay, and a heal. All right. All right, I'm gonna try this thing. Big Terp asked for this one a while ago. I've been neglectful. I've been lazy and not played this one. We'll give it a shot. Temper your expectations. I'm not a huge fan of these guns or this hull. This hull feels like it might be an Abruzzi hull. If that's the case, it's not bad. I like Abruzzi. Oh, they get an extra destroyer, and my team gets me. That's not a fair trade at all. Ugh, 2 radar heavy cruisers. Wonderful. And me in a ship that relies on smoke. What the hell is an Independencia? Oh my God. Thank you, Cab. Appreciate you being here.
All right, let's go.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to push up the 8 line here, back up the Yang. It is a radar Yang. So fingers crossed he can pick up something. I have 360 turrets? Looks like I have 360 turrets. Oh, that's really handy. Okay, that's good to know. If I can back up the Yang and possibly be useful, that would be really cool. And I get this is an Italian speed boost, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, thank you, Xand. I need to go look at the thing and figure out what the hell it is. I have no idea. Yang, buddy, you got to learn to turn your AA off, my dude. Learn to turn your AA off. For years I have needed to make a basics of playing Destroyer video, and dear God, I've got to get off my ass and do it. It's so simple. Only turn your AA on when it's going to be useful. This moment is not that moment. Okay, the DM is over here, the main is over here. I still need my Yang to get up here and be useful. I need to be playing behind him. I have an 8-9 detection, my dude. You need to be at least 2.5 kilometers in front of me. Argentinian, a Colossus refit with an angled deck. We finally have an angled deck carrier in the game? This I gotta see. I'll go look at that. This Immelman is like a dog with a bone. He will not give up on this Libertad. All right, the Yangs finally got this DM spotted, so we're going to do some crazy shenanigans here.
Goggles.
Well, we had him spotted. Thanks, I guess. I'm raking up the damage.
Another disembowelment.
Well, there went the Libertad, so our flank is effed. Yep, I have to secure fire now. Actually, okay, he got a torp into that guy. He was out of my range anyway. All right, what's my torpedo? It's 10, right? Ugh, not great. Not great. And there's a gearing down here. Look at this clown.
My kung fu is still the best.
You gonna pick on Hindenburg's AA? That's bold. And possibly stupid. I gotta run back and murder this
And
gearing,
got
though,
such
so...
good gas mileage.
Pardon me, I'm gonna be a few minutes. I have a sneaking suspicion this main is just gonna come for us. I'm betting he's gonna turn in. No hydro means this Yang and I are gonna have to get busy. The good news is he's going with me. That makes me so happy.
If I promised to kill you last, I lied. I like it.
Maine is holding his distance. He's terrified of moving in close. He also doesn't know the Yang is backed off with me, so it's a reasonable concern. I'll give him that. Perfect. He bought it. All right, so one of the destroyers threw himself away, but we're down 2 battleships, so that feels kind of crap. I knew you were going to shoot at me, Maine. You scumbag. You battleship scum. Alright, Tulsa bought it. I have to be careful because these planes are going to spot me in a minute. Actually, they don't have to.
Put on the beer goggles.
They don't have to. Go pound sand. Ooh, the Des Moines is back here. I'm gonna get away from that guy quickly. Pretty please.
Damn. Desert road, no gas, and no chicks. Another day, another disembowelment. It's a nice day to die. For you, that is.
Much better.
Okay, my Yang is still alive. We got a 3-ship lead now.
It's a nice day to die.
It's time for a heal. Feels like it might be time for a heal. Now put the SAP back in. I'm having fun with this clown.
Oh, and it got such good gas mileage.
Has it been a year? It feels like it's been a year. Feels like it's been a year already.
I'm not gonna fight you. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yang just got absolutely hammered.
Good game.
Stupid Yang got himself murdered. This makes me sad. He was playing such a great game. He didn't have to die there. Boy, the cooldown on this speed boost is kind of crap. Okay, DM bought it. Which means that we now can play the right flank a little safer. DM's out, and the main is tucked behind this island up here. Yeah. So I'm going to push back up the 8 line and continue to try to make a right royal nuisance of myself. I'm still not a big giant fan of this ship. I just don't feel like I have enough utility. A lot of the things that I want to do, I just can't do.
Can't leave my ride behind.
What's my gun bloom in smoke? It is 5 clicks. Okay. That tells me the range I've got to maintain away from this clown. Because right now he's getting spotted by several people. And I'm going to have his broadside here in a minute with pretty good shots, I think. So we can pop a smoke and just casually farm him. It's going to feel really, really nice. He's creeping forward. Let's see what we can do. Nope, that's not a hull, that's a rock.
And it got such good gas mileage.
Okay, Louisiana's got planes in the air, which means right this moment I don't have to worry about his guns. Only when his planes land do I have to worry about his guns. In the meantime, I can farm his hull. For, you know, 10k a salvo. Okay, and he just fired his guns, and he didn't fire them at me, so we get to keep firing. Let's go. Nope, not that.
Time
That.
to put on the beer goggles.
All right. I've got lots of time to piss this guy off. But he only needs one really good hit to murder me. Ooh, he's about to take a face full of torpedoes. Oh, that felt nice. Do more of that. More of that, please. More of that, please. I might actually get this kill. I could get to kill this salvo. Let's go. Yeah. All right. Let's freaking go.
And you died a virgin. That's a tough
Have I been underestimating this boat, I wonder? Or am I just bad? I don't know. It is difficult to say at this moment. Let's put some speed on. I want to get this Emmelman into my gun range. Alright, straight line, hands off the controls, speed boost, pushes me up to... What is it going to be, about 43.5 knots? Still climbing. Excuse me. 40... Yeah, almost 44 knots for... What is it, like almost a minute? Almost a minute. That feels pretty good.
And it got such good gas mileage. lucky shot.
Much better.
Ooh, 7K. That's going to leave a mark. Yeah, your AP doesn't frighten me, man. Maybe it should, but it really doesn't.
This really isn't.
All right, so either I have been underestimating this ship, or I just sucked all the other times I played it, which is entirely possible. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I got to put more time into that one. That was really curious. Ohio had a great game. Take one of these. I got some lucky timed kills there, but like I feel like I made good target selections. I made good use of my consumables at the right time and made smart board positioning choices, right? Pushing up on the main with him on that island was like, all right, well, I got an Ohio pushing him. Like my team was solid enough that I could make good decisions, which helps. But wow, that's a really surprising result to me out of that ship. Not upset, just surprised. Very, very good. Yeah, no, I agree, Chermosh. I think this is... It's not uncommon for me to play a ship a couple of times and go, this probably isn't for me. And then revisit it later on. Usually chat will request it. And I'll go, oh, I've missed something here. This is actually a really good ship. I hate this camo so much. All right, Grant, this one's for you, buddy. And then I'll make sure we get this Nuremberg game in. I'm probably going to have to knock off the next 30 minutes or so. But man, this camo makes me so irritated because it's imbalanced. It's uneven. Wait, what's the... Yeah. The horn. Hang on. Let's do some things here. That's hilarious. Michael, it's going to be good times. For those of you who are SWU folks and don't know, I'm going to be up in Austin on Saturday casting the PQ up there. Mean Green Fighting Machine. Because the request specifically asked for it, Night Owl. Greystroke, you and I agreed. That camo is a crime against humanity. What's the line from Argo? Target audience will hate it. Who's that? People with eyes. 4 super ships? 4. 5. 5 on the team. F this matchmaking. F this matchmaking. So yeah, we're going up to Austin on Saturday to do a PQ. Since we didn't actually get to cast the Dallas one last weekend, my buddy Trey was originally going to come with me last weekend to Dallas, and we're going to do the limited PQ up there. That got canned. So now, instead, he's coming with me to Austin on Saturday, and we're going to do the regular old Premier tournament up there. And that's going to be good times. It's going to be a new venue for me. The previous ones in Austin I've done have been held at a different location. So I've got a new venue to learn, but the owner has been really cool to talk to and work with so far. He seems super accommodating. The one concern that I have is the internet connection. I've got my hotspot working again, so like if I need it, I have it. But he literally told me, he goes, yeah, our Wi-Fi is, and I'm like, your Wi-Fi? Well, it's a cellular signal. And he goes, sometimes it goes out. I'm like, I don't want to hear that. I need that to work. So fingers crossed, but I can't do anything about that, right? There's no hardwired connection for me to plug into like there is in Dallas, and I'm just going to have to make it work. And then the weekend after that, I'll be in Lubbock. It's a longer drive, but it looks like the weather's going to hold, and it's going to be nice and pleasant up there. So looking forward to that. For those of you that are SWU folks, and you know Josh Snyder, he's going to be on the call with me for the Lubbock stream. So if you're not playing in Lubbock and you want to tune in, come on by. I love working with Josh. He is, for my money, one of the best in the business. Aljo with the resub. Thank you so much. I love having Josh come in and call play-by-play, because then I can kick back and interject color stuff and make sure I can produce the stream a little better. I've been working on some behind the scenes, some new overlays that we're going to introduce over the weekend. Nothing earth-shattering, but just some fun things that I'm continuing to innovate and play with as a part of the stream. I've got a nice little leaderboard. I've redone some of the lower thirds, and I've done some more automation with it so that I can type in some stuff, and there's a lot less fiddly bits for me to do in between rounds. It's more consolidated. I type a bunch of stuff in, push a button, the overlays are done, and then I can just run the round. So yeah, looking forward to that. Adeldro, it's a good question. That's one of the things that I've been debating in my head. I need to get back to that. With Ginger in grad school, it's a little difficult for us to get back to like our plan of doing some Twilight Struggle or something. But I have... Do they have any radar? They don't. How long is my smoke? 48 seconds. Probably not enough. Worth trying. It's enough to make the turn. We're going to make this turn. They only have one destroyer. Where is he? I don't know. We're going to try and use my smoke to pick up this cap. He should be up north because the Delarn is up there. Anyhow, so I've thought about trying to sit down and do some Twin Suns, which is more unlimited, but it would be done downstairs. That would be the first time. Again, I have the gear, but I've never actually put 4 people gaming around that table. I've started to kind of think through where the camera positions would work for that. And if I can do that a couple of times, I'll probably feel a lot more comfortable about trying some crazier shenanigans. I've got some stuff that I want to do down in the studio that have nothing to do with board gaming. I've got some Lego sets to assemble. I've got a really cool laser die-cut TIE Defender that I need to put together that I bought last year that's been sitting down there that I just haven't stopped to make yet. So that's kind of on me. Okay, I'm going to be picked up by this Hawaii here in a minute, so let's smoke.
Time to put on the beer goggles.
And get flipped out. I don't want him to get close enough to radar me yet too soon. In case you want to try it, though, take some of those. Look over the shoulder. We're going to have to spin through the gap here and slow down. But if that Hawaii wants to push, he can probably prevent me from capping with his radar and his stupid quick-firing guns, because all he's got to do is hit me a couple of times to reset me. I also need to get back to doing painting. I have not done serious painting in well over a year. Part of that was I was doing some mods to the physical space downstairs. Oh my god, those gun sounds. Yeah, see, I'm already in the Hawaii's radar range, but he can't hit me from there, so that makes me feel good. Sweet. We're going to pick up this cap. Let's go. Okay. About a while ago, my buddy Trey, you've heard me talk about him. You'll see him on Saturday. He put me onto a outfit in Europe called Wall Zap. And what they make the ability for you to wall mount your board games. So I bought some stuff for that and got that finally installed over the last few weeks. And so it's cleared up a little more table space. I've got to do some more work in there, but things are coming together nicely down in the studio. Yeah, our main is literally suiciding. He's just like, drive forward until dead. So I've got a lot of things like percolating in the back of my brain. They killed the Delarna? No, he just fled. Okay. We're going to have to see how they play out. Or don't play out. Yeah, Maine is going to die because he's bad at the game. Okay, Hindenburg can keep him spotted. I'm 11, I'm 10-3, so he can't spot me right now. Let's leave the Maine a present of some metal fishes. Leave him a gift here.
Now, this is a force to be reckoned with.
Beretta with the resub. Thank you so much. Welcome in.
Much better.
Boy, sure do own a lot of have a whole bunch of firepower sitting in the corner doing nothing. Patrie took one. Suck it.
Oh, lucky shot.
It's fine. Not really fussed. Patrie's going to try for the cap. Let's leave him a present of metal fishes. Yep, he's in there now. Problem is we lost spotting on the main, which I don't care for. But I think I can use my fighter plane to help out a little bit. The Hawaii's moved up close too, which is interesting. Okay, they all turned north. So now I get free shots. Let's go. The tree turned right into some of those torpedoes. I hate this gun sound. This camo changes the sound on the guns, and it just, ugh, it's so irritating. I love the fire arcs. Look at the fire arcs on these secondary shells. That's hilarious. Thank you, Sully. Appreciate you being here. So yeah, I've got like, again, you know, things that I would like to do, but have not actually gotten around to getting started, getting off the ground, let's say. We're winning this game, but in typical tier 10, tier 11 fashion, it is super mega ultra passive. I'm wondering if I can do a close pass against the main and get away with it. Let's load some AP. I'm genuinely curious if I can do this. My bet is that his guns are on the starboard, are looking to starboard. So if I can come around behind him and come up on his port side, I'm willing to bet that he can't do anything about it. Okay, he's moving now. Moving full speed now. At a minimum, I'm gonna be able to keep him reset with my secondaries. That's 100% gonna happen. Still trying for a fire in this Patrie. Come on. Nope. Gun arc's too steep. We've kind of had them wrapped around the axle down here for a while, too. They don't really know what's going on. Let's see if my plane can spot this main for me. There we go. What's up, my dude? No capping for you while I live. Let's see if I can get a Buttadell. Can't even get full pins. That's all right. We're doing okay here. No, this guy's screwed. Oh, come on.
I'm gonna feel
That should never have been that big a hit. What the hell was that?
Much better.
Time to put on the beer goggles.
What's my detection? 10-3? Yeah. I'm just going to slow down now. Guy put like 50k through my nose. That feels kind of crappy. the Patri's smart, he's pushing me. Let's see how smart he is. We'll find out when my smoke ends.
Another disembowelment.
Okay, he just chilled. I have to secure my secondaries from firing for this guy to not murder me. Pound sand. All right. Well, we've had a good game. We picked up a cap. We haven't gotten any kill, but boy, we sure been irritating down here. We got some decent spotting damage. I still hate this camo, though. I really do hate this camo. It legit makes me angry. No, those are gonna hit the island. Yeah, I should have waited on those a few more seconds. His guns are not looking at me, so I have an opportunity here. Let's get reloaded. Now I think he's gonna pick me up as soon as I. Yeah, I was gonna say he should be able to spot me there. Not dead yet. You haven't killed me yet. Oh, Wisconsin took care of it. Turns out, Napoli, still stupidly good. Who could have predicted it? I'm actually curious how much secondary damage I got out of that. I wasn't going out of my way to use them, but they kept ending up in a position where I was getting good work out of it. Ooh, Whiskey had a great game. Our Delarna played nice. 32 plane kills. This makes me so happy. Delarna murders planes like nobody's business, and it makes me so happy to see somebody out there murdering planes with it. But wow, that matchmaking. Yikes. Yikes. All right, and then Nuremberg. So it's finished off with a tier 6 game, and we'll call that a night when the time comes. Nuremberg. There she is. All right, I think she's probably ready to go just like she is. Yep, we've got her set for tier 6 carrier hunting. Yep, this looks pretty good. I don't really feel like I need the rudder shift. No. A defense is so-so. Do I bother with survivability expert on this boat? I tell you, I wouldn't mind AA and ASW expert. That would be cool. Even though her AA range is a garbagey. But getting the reload on that airstrike even lower would feel really good. We'll just run with it as it is. Quick look at the econ. Yeah, let's make sure we're all blue here. Now, I picked up a bunch of red ones. I can start using red econ bonuses. I have over 100 of each now. Look at that. All right, Cav's been very patient. Nuremberg, last game of the night. No, Xanda, I'll send them back when I look at it. We'll do that as our last thing before we head out. I could, while this game loads, I can tab over to the Twitches and start seeing who else is online. Get a sense for who we might want to raid later on. BFK, Kev is around. It's a Thursday. You normally see Clyde. There's Clyde. I will probably raid Clyde. Looks like Zelda's just come online. Sweet. Good to see. Good to see. Awesome. All right, we're middle tier. Fairly reasonable. Atlanta, Lazo, another Nuremberg, and the Spey. The Spey is irritating. Seychelles is not my favorite map, but far from the worst. Love this weather. Heavy fog. Fog's so thick you can't see anybody else, or the caps, or the islands. Alright. I gotta think about where I want to position this ship on Seychelles. I think what I want to do... I think what I want to do is, like, J-hook it. Right? Come around here and do something like this, to where I can point my guns to mid or over to A and have a little bit of cover to work with. So let's try that and then see where we land. I want to stick close to the B cap, but maybe have my guns looking over at A. Ah, now the fog is lifting. This is actually a cool effect. I've never seen this before. You spawn, it's like you know, you spawn into some maps and it's raining, and then eventually as the match begins, the rain kind of peters off and stops. This is like that, right? Like the sun's coming up, and so as the fog burns off, you can see everything. That's actually a really cool effect. They did a nice job with that. Yeah, I mean, I've never seen that weather before, either 4PF. I don't have weather turned off. I like the weather effects, personally. Alright, let's see. Get down here and then sit maybe right here in front of me, but facing north. You always want to try to keep Nuremberg in a kiting position if possible. This is not a pushing cruiser. You have to play this thing like a Japanese cruiser, really. You always want, as often as possible, you want our ass facing the direction you want to be shooting. Shooting over the stern, as I would say. Alright, we know the Farragut's at D. One of the Farragut's at D, which means we're looking at a Farragut or a Mutsuki at the bottom of A over there with the smoke. Down here with the smokes. Okay, the other Farragut. Okay, which means the Mutsuki is somewhere in mid. So they'll have spawned. The Farragut's on the flank, and the Mutsuki will be hanging around here somewhere around the 6-7 line. Now, I could also play a little closer to the A cap. I could make the loop through this. I wonder if that would be smarter. Actually play the A cap. Look at this guy.
Say hello to my little
Hey,
friend.
Nagato. Free points for you, buddy.
Grass, and I've got the weed whacker.
Well, my two destroyers have no balls. They're going to let this Farragut cap, which, truth be told, does make me a little sad. Not sure how I'm lit right now. The Mutsuki's in front of him. Nuremberg is really taking risks. There he is. I'm not sure why this guy thinks this is a great idea. Why are you going to pick a fight with a light cruiser at this range, my dude? That is just not clever of you. Okay, time to go Hanamutsuki to extinction. Should be fairly straightforward. I can take some shots on this Farragut while I'm at it. Glad they drove him off. Now, I do have to at least be cautious of this Mutsuki. I'm going up there, and he's going to have his torps loaded, and I don't have Hydro. If I had my German Hydra, this would be a slam dunk engagement, but I don't. Which means this guy is definitely going to have issues. I'm going to put my plane up. I want to know if he's out of that smoke or not. He is not. He is still in the smoke. Which means he's going to get the old double torpedo treatment. No, I'm down to 1 launcher per side. Oh, hey, what up? Well, here's the bad news, little torpedo destroyer. You're going to die. And it's not going to be pretty.
I shot, you died.
All right, life feels better now. Let's keep trying to farm this new Mex. This is exactly the kind of range you want to have on a battleship to try to farm him. He's out there about 15 clicks. By the way, that was colossally dumb play by that Mutsuki. He should never have attempted what he attempted. Once he knew I was there, he should have run screaming in the other direction. Okay, so I got a Revolutia here in mid. He's reversing. Let's send him some love. What's up? Revolutia's on fire. Alright, we're going to keep harassing this New Mexico. Since he is continuing to push straight into my gun range. So, we're just going to let him do his thing. Trick remembers that Nuremberg is made of tissue paper. Even HE shells hurt this ship. This is exactly the kind of engagement that Nuremberg relishes. She loves the shenanigans. We can just do the thing. Fighter planes will spot them if they are spotted on the surface. Like, if you are inside the fight... Oh, the fighter planes don't spot anymore, do they? They took that away, I guess, right? New Mexico has realized his error and has now paid the ultimate price for his mistake.
No gas,
Okay,
and no
so now
checks.
we need to not be here getting shot at by this Lazo. Let's cut back towards mid. I want to go try and help the other flank. We've got a 3-ship lead and a big points lead. Yeah, you can still see, I could still see his AA, but the game doesn't render it in the right place. Because I was looking at his AA thinking, oh, he's still inside the smoke cloud, right? But he wasn't, was he? So you're right. The fighter planes no longer do spotting, which is good. I'm on board with it. I just have to train my brain not to think of it that way anymore. It also means I needed to put spotter planes on my Napoli and get rid of that fighter plane. Yep, let's push back into mid here. Looks like the Farragut that was over here is now here. Trying to smoke for this Lazo. I don't know why he's doing that, but that's what appears to be occurring. Revolution is getting Robocop, as Zath would say. He's in a 5-on-1 engagement because he was so busy trying to kill me, he didn't bother to read the mini-map. So in a minute, we're basically going to have herded their entire surviving team down into the bottom right corner of the map. Which is going to suck for them, but be fine for us. How you doing, Farragut? He's right up here in front of me somewhere. All right, Revolucci's out. Lazo is just as squishy as I am, if not more so. However, I do want to keep this engagement range open. His Russian railguns kind of favor him at this range. Okay, Lazo bought it. The other Farragut over on the edge of the map bought it. Okay, time to secure the guns and go be somewhere else. I could also take this Hyuga under fire, which is what's going to happen because I'm still spotted. So screw it. I'm not going to sit here dark. That's the Spey looking at me more than likely. Do I trust his guns to be German guns? Or not? It's an interesting question. Let's try to farm him for some HP. Now of course he goes quiet. Dirtbag. There he is.
There hasn't been nearly as much cussing as I thought there
I mean, it hasn't been that bad. I've had some crappy teams, but you just smile and go, well, another crappy team. Life goes on. What else can you do? All right, let's... Ooh, I don't want to make that turn right now. He just shot at me. This is going to be bad, possibly. Yep, that was bad. All right. Fine, then. We do this the hard way. Oh, hi, Atlanta. I'm in trouble now. Hang on. I gotta get some work out of these 360 guns and see if I can citadel this guy out before he murders me. Probably not. Ooh, maybe. Let's go. No, they're all over. I'm getting overpins. I didn't know he was there. He's like been AFK all game. I haven't seen that guy in forever. And whatever, it doesn't matter. We're gonna win anyway. Nah, stream's basically over. I'm just waiting for this game to finish up. There you go. Get wrecked, Atlanta. What I wanted to do was turn south there and then keep farming out the Spey. I didn't want to get caught there, but when he fired at me, I was like, if I turn here, I'm probably going to get hosed. And I got hosed anyway, so I probably should have made the turn. Oh, well. Crap happens. How you doing this evening?
A little cold.
Ooh, that feels good. Put that on the back of my neck. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Sat downstairs and had an iced coffee. Apparently that was not the smartest move.
From my perspective, that was fabulous. That feels great.
Because you've been streaming and you get hot up here.
It gets warm in here with all the gear on.
Yeah.
Not a bad game. Luzo, Collingwood, not one of my favorite boats, but a solid game nonetheless. Sweet. Love it. Love it. All right, let's go look at this Independencia thing, and I'm sending your points back now, Xanda. There you go. Let's look at this goofy thing. This is a Pan-American carrier. It's the weirdest thing. Dude, she does have an angled deck. That's so cool. They finally modeled one of these in the game. Yeah, so apparently this is like an old British carrier that they like gave to Argentina or Chile or something. I don't know. And so now she's in the game. Those look like Corsairs. They're not. The tail is completely wrong, but they've got that angled wing. What are those? BTDs, this says. Okay, I did not know that. F8Fs. Okay, so double F8F. I have Tiny Tims. I have torpedoes, slow light hitting torpedoes, the worst kind. And then I have 5-inch rockets. So I have 2 different kinds of rockets. And I'm guessing one of these is a tactical squadron. Okay, the 5-inch HVARs are the tactical squadron. Interesting. I don't think I like this. Okay, the torpedo bombers look like they would... Those would be decent against capital ships. They're slow torps, but you have a lot of planes in that squadron. And a lot of planes on deck. So those would be decent for, like, farming out battleships, maybe. These would be decent probably against cruisers if you could find the right things to shoot at. Because the pen on the Tiny Tim rockets is usually pretty good. Do they tell me that? Yeah, 68 mils. The Tiny Tims have good pen. I don't know, man. I'm not a huge carrier guy. Yeah, this is probably a test ship. I'm not a huge carrier guy. But that's a weird boat. That's a weird boat. Anyways, we're going to hang it up, guys. We're going to hang it up. So Saturday, doing some live streaming up in Austin for some Unlimited. And I need to get back to doing this regularly. So keep an eye out. I'm probably going to go just back to doing Thursday nights. But I might not be doing boats every Thursday night. I see you back there. I see you giggling back there. Like I said, I need to spend some time. I'm going to spend some time on Sunday working with the machine to see if I can figure out what it is that it does or doesn't like about streaming Mech Warrior. So don't be surprised if you see me derping around on Twitch while I mess with settings and stuff.
I have mercenaries.
Huh?
I have mercenaries.
You have mercenaries? I could probably invest in mercenaries. Yeah, go right ahead, Xanda. Last giveaway of the night's going to run for a full day, guys, and so we'll make an announcement over there to let everybody come enter it. I need to be back to doing regular Thursday nights, and then I won't be doing Monday nights. She has class Monday nights this semester. So no Monday night streams for a while, but I'm looking at maybe doing Wednesday nights instead. Maybe do like Wednesday and Thursday for a spell. I got to think through it. And then run it by the boss. So I'll get back to you guys. I'm not going to just unilaterally make that decision. You know that.
No, I know that.
Okay. All right, let's find somebody to raid. I think I wanted to raid Clyde. Let's go make sure he is around and online still. Looks like he is. Yep, just getting warmed up over there. So I'm going to send you guys over to Clyde. Guys, if you were watching on Twitch, we're going to go raid Clyde. You make sure and give him a hashtag clevergirl from me. Did that work? No, it doesn't look like it worked. Fine, I have to go to Twitch to do it, apparently. Thanks, Twitch, you dummy. Raid Clyde. Oh. Okay, what am I doing wrong? It didn't like that. There it is. Okay. If you're on Twitch, raid is up. If you're anywhere else, I'm going offline. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. Again, I hope you come back on Saturday. It's going to be an all-day thing. Should be at least an 11-hour stream from up in Austin, covering Star Wars Unlimited on-site, on location, doing live commentary as we do both this weekend and next weekend. We'll be in Lubbock. So hopefully you can turn in for one or more of those. In the meantime, guys, y'all take care. Be safe. Have a great weekend. Stay warm. It's pretty freaking cold out there. So, yeah, it's that time of year. Y'all stay safe. I'll catch you later. Peace.